One. Do. Back on screen. Ba boop boop. Okay.
Oh, the music's over.
I don't know why I was doing. I've got it's the Malkavian influence on me.
I've been practicing.
Yes. All right. So we last left off. Our group fed to prepare for their night of events. So you have one more day of the object, the writing being within customs. After that, well, James is going, James is going to pick it up and theoretically take it to David or one of a short list of other Egyptologists in town. You are about a half an hour outside of Philadelphia, so you are not far from the city itself, and that's northeast Philly. So the relative nicer part of the city. Of course, the docks are, down at the river and like way through the city, so it'd take you a little longer anyway to drive all the way through to where that is. But still, what is the plan of action that you want to take right now?
Well, have we decided if we're hiring anyone or not?
I don't believe we've decided if we are or not. It might be useful if we need a distraction. Also,
Yeah.
the more superfluous they are, the less it will probably cost us.
Maybe we
And by
should try
us
to
looking at the other three, I mean me.
Maybe we should try to survey the area before we make any of these decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it would be good to try and understand where the researcher might be interested in looking at this, if he's going to use facilities on the university campus, or if he works in a lab or some other thing that he might be able to figure out, or that he would be able to study it in more private space. It might be worth trying to figure out how, was it David is planning to transport it to this person.
James transported to see David. Yeah.
James is transporting to see David. There we go.
David or another, technically, because
Yeah,
you're not
David or someone.
Granted, more than likely, it is the University of Pennsylvania which will be taken there, because that has the best archaeology department in the area. Not to say that there couldn't be other individuals at other schools. Like, there are some people at like Temple and some of the other campuses that are in the area here that do have people that study it, but just not as good a group.
It might be worth checking up on James to see what sort of precautions he might be taking as far as transporting this object.
Yep.
Because if he's just throwing it in a briefcase in his car and driving to the university, it seems that it would be fairly easy to jump in, grab it, and leave. Or just snatch it from his wrist or his briefcase as he's going from car to location.
All right, so everyone agrees that we should check it out first, then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's get going.
So what are you looking into first? You have a list of things to look into. Which is the
We'll
first?
probably head to, we'll get there first, and then I imagine I'll split off and check out, like, the quarantine area.
Okay, so you're personally going to sort of be dropped off at the docks / customs area to kind of check things out around there.
Yeah, I'm sticking the alleys,
Yeah, okay.
And you're
Peeking
probably the
around.
safest to be on your own, as you can sneak down into the sewers and be safe, whereas the rest of us might have less inclination to do so.
Yeah.
I can cause chaos.
That
help, right?
could potentially be very useful in the future.
Yes, but if I do use that, Dawn, you might want to hold me still.
Oh.
It's not guaranteed that it doesn't work on me too.
I'll keep that in mind. Maybe don't use that one just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As I
It'll
said, the
be
future
fine.
might be the best time for that.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you doing then?
What do you think? Should we look into James?
Yeah. Go see where they work, where they do stuff, you know?
Okay. So three.
What kind of car he drives?
Three of you are going to look
Yeah.
into James, and we're going to have. Sorry, there. Samuel, you're going to look into the Port Authority. So we'll do Samuel first. So you will easily be able to, late at night, Philadelphia, cutting through portions of the sewer, and some back alleys, you can make it to, of course, the Port Authority. It's a large area of lots of shipping containers, big ships that are coming in. Even now, there are things being like unloaded and loaded, even at this point in night. There's like a large fence around the entire place. There's some guards stationed that are kind of like at the main gate to it. You can see there's a number of large warehouses. From the information that you could very easily get online, one of the main warehouses is probably where they're keeping stuff. Anything that comes in that's not going to be in one of the large shipping crates, that'll basically be kept in those crates, ends up within the warehouses.
How armed are these guards? Like, are they?
The one you see
Super-
just seems to have like a pistol at his side. There probably is a little bit of security here. I'm gonna say, like, U.S. ports, they're not the most defended things, period. But they
Right.
have some okay security, and they are just a call from like the Coast Guard or the police away.
And there's not like a ton of guards. I'm imagining, just like.
No, there's probably, from what you can just see from observing it, give me, a check here. Let's see what check I want you to give me here. It's going to be a perception. Just give me a straight perception check, actually. I think that's,
Just straight.
I'm just seeing if there's any ability that would work for, perception awareness. That's right. Haha. I knew there was one in there. Perception awareness.
There you go.
Standard difficulty 6.
Oh.
Okay. You do notice there seems to be like people walking along with flashlights somewhere, but you can't tell how many or their exact routes or anything. So there is stuff you
Yeah.
can pick up that doesn't really require a lot of like looking, but there's a lot of stuff that's just you not picking up. You don't have a very good angle. I'm gonna say like you're outside the Port Authority, maybe like kind of like in an alley. You probably could have gone up to like a roof of like an old abandoned building nearby. There's always abandoned buildings in this kind of area of town.
Yeah, of course. Are there any like holes in the fence that I could try to
No,
remember?
the fence looks very well maintained, at least.
No weaknesses whatsoever. Just
It's a metal fence. It doesn't look
Yeah.
electrified. Got barbed wire on the top.
That's good,
So
at
I
least.
mean, that's about as defensive as it is.
Alright, yeah, I think I'm mostly just, I'm pretty much done because I don't want to like break in
Mhm.
on my own and try to get it or anything like that. I'm just surveying.
I mean, you do notice that there is some traffic still coming in and out of the Port Authority anyway. There are people there are boats that are even coming in now, and people that are like leaving the place then from on those boats and stuff. This place probably functions also a little bit as maybe even a customs sometimes because, or like not a customs. Would it be customs coming in at an airport? God, I'm blanking on.
If it's international, then yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there are some international ships coming into Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I'd probably relayed this to them as soon as like any information I have right away. Like, security's not awful, not great either. Just texting it to them.
Yeah. Okay.
You just get like a string of texts, all of you.
Alright. So we'll kind of
Send
leave.
one long one. Gotcha.
So we'll kind of leave you
Don't
off
have a cell phone anymore.
at this point in time, Samuel, as you're kind of finishing your observation and thinking about re-meeting with them. The rest of you, what are you doing to kind of find out what's going on with James?
Well, we know he's a... what do we know about him again?
James Thurston is an archaeologist. 5 years ago, he switched from Native American studies to Middle Eastern Egyptian studies. He is focused out of the National History Museum in Washington, D.C. currently. But he doesn't actually have an exact school or museum he's technically affiliated. He kind of travels around a lot, and he currently is in town. That's all you know.
Okay. So we wouldn't have a listing in the phone book. Perhaps our technological friend would be able to figure out which hotel he might be in.
The one who's not here.
Yeah, well, we have his... I hold up a cell phone.
Forgot those existed. My charger broke a long time ago, and it wasn't worth it.
It's a very nice modern convenience.
Wow, you guys are old. Modern convenience.
I am by human years 30.
Yeah, I think mine is as well. Roughly.
And I'm including my vampire life.
Excellent. Let's see.
Is there any way we could find out whether he's in the museum or not? Whether he's got an office?
Let's see. Ooh, we could. Well, Usually, when he's affiliated with a location, we could probably find a contact email, or phone or office number. Usually, those might give indications of how to contact him if we need him.
Are either one of you scary?
In what manner?
Anyway, I can help with scary.
I'm pretty intimidating.
Intimidation
I can't think of
works.
anything off the top of my head at the moment.
Alright, we're going with the beastie.
Oh dear.
So,
Backup plan, intimidation.
backup plan is intimidation sounds good.
Okay.
Let's see. We could go find David and see
He
if
does
he's...
live here.
He does live here and also works at the university. Perhaps he's having a late night, or we might be able to find someone who knows him there that we
At
could
least.
talk to.
Yeah, it's gonna be a receptionist at least.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have all the details of everything.
Yeah, or perhaps a night's watchman, as it is. I imagine significantly after dark at this point,
Yes.
since we had to hunt and then drive an hour.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Middle of the night.
Middle of the night university. There probably is still someone up somewhere, but not that
library.
many.
Library.
Yeah, libraries at a major university can be pretty 24/7. Pretty.
They should have someone working in the front still, who knows what's kind of going on.
Mm-hmm. Shall we check the university then?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
All right.
What's David's last name?
David Silverman.
Oh, by the way, did you return with my car? Are there any stains?
No, I kept it in the bed.
The trunk?
No, I didn't get a to-go meal.
Ah. Excellent, thank you. If you would like to drive, I can do a little bit of research on this phone here. Just see if I can find some basic contact information, like what building what building his office is in, like an email address, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Can you drive? I turned it on.
Okay, you're just trying to find out about David Silverman from it. Give me a computers check, computers intelligence, difficulty, we'll say 7.
So Dawn, can you
To,
drive?
to find publicly available information?
Kind of.
If you're just sticking to publicly available information, you're probably not going to find a whole lot about what he's doing there. Like, you know?
No, I'm just looking for like email address and what
Oh,
building
okay.
his office is in.
Okay, that stuff, then just 6 then. I'll say if you're just trying to find that stuff there. Just to get the building and, like an email. Like a school email or university email.
Okay. Woohoo!
You did it!
Yeah!
Yeah!
See, easy stuff.
That was a crapshoot roll there.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Alright, yeah. So, you know that he is in the... Now I have to look up the University of Pennsylvania buildings.
I mean, you could just make something up. I wouldn't know.
I know, but I
None
like
of us
being
would
accurate.
call you on your
I
bullshit.
know.
Chatwood.
Chat.
Wow,
You know, they call Malkavians crazy, but you're the one who's letting one drive your car twice in one night.
he's got a point. Say as
And?
I'm trying not to touch the stains in the backseat.
No, he said there were no stains.
No, I had
He
stains.
said that.
His
Oh,
thing.
Yeah,
his stains. Yeah.
Okay,
that's-
he
yeah.
actually has his office within the same building as the Penn Museum, the University of Pennsylvania Museum of the Archaeological Museum is. Yep.
Neat.
Because it is located within the university's campus. So,
Of course.
all right. Which that building will be closed at this time of day.
Oh yeah.
Very much so. Any other information you're trying to find out about the museum or about the university and stuff?
Not on the computer. I don't think.
Okay.
I guess try and figure out if the library's open in the middle of the night, but
Yeah.
I imagine we'll find that out once we get there. Or find out,
there
like,
is
which
one
building it
library
is.
that's open till midnight, and we're gonna say like you could probably arrive with at 11:30. We'll say you could arrive, so you'll have like half an
Okay.
hour to get to it.
All right.
It is more student based though, technically, and you're not students.
Oh, I don't think that'll be a problem.
Good luck. Anyway, so
We have a Ventru and me. We got this. We can talk.
okay, so you'll get some parking nearby. You will find something fairly easily, maybe like a place where you can throw some change into a meter that is a 24/7 meter that's nearby, because it is at the like on some streets nearby to the university, so it's a little nicer in that area, of course.
Mhm. I'm not too worried about the change.
Are you heading for the library? Where are you going when you're in the university area then?
I guess the reception is first, and then the library.
So you're gonna kind of try for like reception.
Like the admin building or whatever.
Like front.
Like front desks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did-
Setup.
Sure.
Okay. So you can definitely get to the Franklin building. And it seems pretty closed up. There probably is like someone at a desk there that you could like kind of hit up if you really wanted to. Probably more for students, but there's like a probably middle-aged woman, African American, kind of sitting behind the desk, seemingly playing around on her computer. You're not sure what she's doing.
Okay.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
I'm not standing with him. I'm going to stay further back.
Can I help all of you?
Me and my friends are colleagues of David. I'm sure you know him.
Who?
David, I can't remember his last name again. Silverman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, David Silverman. He has a residency, I believe, here. He wanted us to let him know as soon as we got into town, but obviously it's quite late, and I was wondering if we could have a home number.
This is kind of unusual. Shouldn't you have his contact information?
He didn't quite give us a home number. He was expecting us to arrive during the day, but there were several delays on our part, unfortunately.
And you couldn't communicate?
We did, but David's his own creature, we'll say. You know how the smart ones are.
All right. I can try calling him for you, checking in with you, and if he's willing, I can give you the number. What was your names?
I'm going to turn to the elderly Ventru. I wasn't going to call him little man. He is the real colleague. I'm just the nice young face. But we would all greatly appreciate it if you could just quickly give his home number. And I'm hoping for a persuasion roll somewhere here.
Yes. Okay. If you want to try to convince her of this, it'll be a little difficult. I mean, a lot difficult. Let's see here. Manipulation.
We're part of the distance learning community.
Yeah.
We did not receive the syllabus. I'm just trying to get my Middle Eastern credit.
Manipulation subterfuge. Just to
All right.
randomly hand out you haven't given a name and randomly handing out a number. I'm gonna say difficulty 9 for what you want out of a random person.
All right. I mean, at least I do get 2 extra dice because of my amazing voice.
This is true. The bonus dice might make the difference just to convince this random lady about random people that don't even give their names someone's number.
Am I able to help in this check at all?
What would you be trying to do to help out in a way?
We didn't get the syllabus.
You could probably give bonus dice, I think, to Eric there.
Out of curiosity, what's your manipulation and subterfuge?
My manipulation is 2, my subterfuge is 2, and my enchanting voice adds 2.
Oh, okay. So we're even.
Okay.
All right.
If sanctity helps, people just feel like I'm trustworthy.
Actually, if people feel just you're trustworthy, yeah, okay. What is that? That's your specialization?
It's a merit.
Oh, it's your merit.
Yeah. I have merit that people are just like, I believe you. You're trustworthy.
What does sanctity say for like actual bonuses or anything?
Oh, and I'm persuasive.
All right, let me scroll down to merits again.
I'm doing that right now. And letting it load up because PDF is being difficult with me.
Not any of those flaws. It's definitely not a flaw.
Whoops, there's a oh god. I really have to errors.
Alright, sanctity. This merit is sometimes called the halo effect. Everyone considers you pure and innocent, though not necessarily naive. You have a saint-like quality that is hard to pinpoint but cannot be denied. You are trusted even if you are not trustworthy. At the storyteller's discretion, you tend to receive lesser punishments for wrongdoing, and you are liked by most.
Okay, so
I'm pure and innocent.
Yeah, so effectively, what would be his failure would have less of a problem for you, kind of things, at this point in time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, How many?
So on a more serious note, obviously wearing my cloak and top hat.
You look very interesting.
Yep.
See what I meant by the intelligent ones are oddballs.
Yes.
I'm a collector of ancient Mesopotamian artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
And
tunnels.
he informed us that there was a particular piece coming in the near future. And unfortunately, he has not requested my information, and I had not yet had the chance to request his. He did ask us to inform him as soon as we got in so that we could have a short conversation about what this particular thing he's supposed to study in the near future might be.
Okay. Sure. You can throw a bonus dice onto Tiv there.
How many? Just one?
Just one right now, yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see this.
Oh, okay. Wow. I gotcha. All right. So
you can trust me.
yeah.
And now we know why I let him use my car twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly.
He seems trustworthy.
You kind of managed to get her to throw together some information and stuff. She's like, I could really get in trouble if I give you out his number, but what I could do is I really should call him and ask about this, but I mean, I know it's late at night. He might not answer. I can. Look.
Here's his house key.
Okay. Look. Here's his number for his house. You could. He's. Oh no. Here's his cell phone number. Okay. That should be a way you can reach him. What's your names again? So I can let him know again if you, just in case you aren't able to reach him tonight and like he's not answering anything, so I can let him know that he should be looking for you.
Dr. Frederick Alonso.
Okay. All right, Mr. Alonso, I will make note of this and
Dr.
Frederick
Alonso.
Yes, Dr. Frederick Alonso, indeed. All right, I will let him know, and good luck on reaching him then. Hopefully he'll still be awake.
Excellent. Thank you. Very kind.
Yes. Okay. Okay, so I guess you're leaving her then to her whatever she's doing, back on the computer.
Is that solitaire?
It probably is. Yep.
Or Reddit.
Or
both.
Reddit.
She could be doing
Yeah.
Facebook. Later on
That's-
Facebook.
That's
Oh,
true. It depends on whether she's
yeah.
a student worker or an employee.
She's just an employee.
Oh, then
Facebook.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hack her and send her Nosferatu memes to make her cry.
They're so depressing. Even though she's human, she cries blood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
all right.
As I
Do either of you have experience with lockpicks? Would lockpicks be subterfuge, by the way?
No, that would be, I believe, security is the skill. Let me check just to make sure because I never remember all the
Oh,
abilities.
larceny.
Larceny.
I have larceny. I got 3.
Yeah, larceny would be like lockpicks and stuff.
Might it be
Can-
worth attempting to get into his office?
Try.
As we
Good
get
at it, you
farther
know?
away. I can't believe that worked, by the way.
Shouldn't have, but it did.
I recommend in the future discussing the plan before walking in.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the fun in that?
But the fun is success.
The fun is I don't crap myself.
The fun is she doesn't crap herself.
I mean, you'll fit in with Samuel.
Yeah, we could bond over it, I suppose.
That's true.
Alright,
So,
where
shall
you-
we
where you
attempt
guys going?
to find our way into the museum?
We have a map. I have Google Maps.
You know where the museum is, and you can probably get a layout of the museum, at least the public area. You kind of have an idea of where the offices would be, but which office, and all that kind of stuff. There really isn't, like, public information that really helps. I mean, you guys could also, like, if you really wanted to spend some time on the computer, find, like, the blueprints. But again, that just gives you an idea where the original building, like, where the offices were in comparison to where there might be storage
There's
of things from the
no,
university.
like, directory.
Yeah, I thought we got like his like the basic idea of
You
where
got an
his
idea
office
of,
was,
like-
the number.
Probably, I don't think I gave you an office number. I think you gave him
Oh,
what
just-
building it was, you know, and stuff like
Okay.
that.
Alright.
It's probably more like finding a public office number, maybe? You don't really need to put out a public office number for, like, I'm in office, 47B. That's not needed, because most of the time when someone's coming in, they're either an actual worker or a guest, and then can find that information out,
Ah, so he's not adjunct faculty. He's just a researcher.
He's more researcher, yes. Well, actually, no. Actually, I think he has two offices, probably. Probably has a office for his teaching and stuff, and then an office in the building here for his research.
Okay.
Which,
So the teaching one we probably would have found.
yeah, the teaching one is easy to find. It's in, like, just one of the standard buildings where some of the rooms and stuff would be, or, yeah, like, in upper
Okay.
floor. But I'm assuming we're working under the assumption that he's probably not keeping a lot of important stuff in that one, because it's where all his students would come into.
That's true, but he might have mail with like his home address there.
That's true. So if you want to break into that building, it's also an opportunity.
That might be less secure than the museum.
Yeah. And it would take less time to look around to find.
Because he hasn't gotten the item yet, so he won't have anything about that.
Nope.
I think perhaps his teaching office might be worth investigating.
Someone might have to drag me around, and I'm going to go almost wild-eyed and start looking around at all the random numbers, back to the paper, random numbers, and Tantus, I'm using the power Eyes of Chaos.
Okay.
You know what that one is?
I can quickly and efficiently look at Dementation and find that out.
Okay. Well, while you're looking it up, I'm going to make my perception plus occult roll.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, there's occult. For hidden meanings and things, it should be a 6 difficulty.
Okay.
Text. How are you doing, Samuel?
He's doing interesting.
I'm just sending you guys like pictures of the place. I'm still just sending messages. I've
Yeah.
been getting nonstop messages this whole time.
Yeah, they really have.
Selfie with the rat,
There's like
you
the
know.
selfie with the rat. There's the selfie with him in the fence. Like, hey, wish you were here.
Maybe I took like you know how like on Snapchat you can edit pictures, like draw on them a little bit. So
Oh,
like
God.
I took a picture of one of the guards, drew like little devil horns on him.
A mustache.
Yeah, mustache.
Particularly German guy gets a little Hitler one.
Oh no.
You're a Redditor. It's what you would do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's trying to get those upvotes.
Oh, God. Yes. Okay. Let me just see what kind of things you would find out from there. Different a person's true name. What were
It's
you
a-
concentrating on?
primarily his cell phone number and the building around, like all the numbers that are around and all that.
Okay. That would have been difficulty 9, but you made a success anyway.
Really?
Yes, because it's a stranger.
Oh, no. Tantus, read farther.
Oh, the vampire god could read a message locked in a message, or doing so, the invisible hand of events and the patterns of falling leaf, difficulty 6. So what kind of, you're just looking into the patterns of what's going on here, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't. Dementation hurts my head sometimes. I'm trying to figure out what to give you for information.
Think of it like the augury spell.
Yeah, you're augurying. Yeah, so you're getting a secret about it. And you're focusing on him too. Okay. Kind of focusing on the number on the phone and kind of thinking about it closely. You can almost see the patterns, and for a second there, it's almost like you see a different number. Like the number rearranges itself into another one.
I will, as quickly as possible, like lightly scratch it into my arm.
Okay.
So I don't forget it.
Yes. So now you have another number on your arm, which is different than the number that's on your phone.
That will probably take like the entire time we're here, so someone will have to drag me around.
Yep.
All right.
You've got this?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I can just grab him by one arm and just kind of...
I'm going to say to you, because you do have an idea of what this number is, this is a number that you might be able to reach James at.
Ooh.
At least it's connected to wherever he is right now.
Ooh. All right. Well, we can get back to that later.
Yes.
I don't have a piece of paper handy worm. I'm in my own world. It is on my arm.
Yeah, you're just busy like in his own like world, like tearing into his own flesh on his arm. You're just watching him like as you're dragging him around. With like his eyes rolled back in his head.
I am Malkavian. Fuck your logic.
It is more epic anyway. All right. So you're heading to his office. Okay. It's a standard building that probably has some classrooms in it. Probably classrooms on a bunch of different floors. Got some offices on various other floors. You know, it's like one of those combo buildings that has like classrooms and offices throughout the place. There should be some larger rooms down at the bottom, which are for less classroom, more like big like the big auditoriums for teaching classes. Rather than just the small classrooms. The doors are locked up.
Not for long. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and lockpick it then.
Okay. These aren't super difficult locks. They're just standard key and locks. So probably I'll say difficulty 6.
Okay. Is it just larceny?
You're trying to flick the lock. Larceny, dexterity, for picking a lock. All right.
You got it.
You certainly open the lock on probably not like the front door, because it's probably still got like around where more traffic is. Probably one of the side doors of the building. You can head inside then.
Yeah.
Excellent. Nicely done.
Yep. You have an idea of what floor his office is. It's on the 4th floor. Around with a couple of other offices of those teachers, those that teach archaeology and history and stuff. You can easily then, elevators working, of course, easily take it up to the floor, move yourself. His door is also locked, though, when you get to that area.
Okay.
Can you see through a little window thing? Is there anybody in there?
It's dark right now.
Okay.
So unless he's working
I'll
in the
quietly
dark.
knock.
Yep. There's no response.
Well, okay then. Dexterity velocity again?
Yes, same difficulty. These aren't very difficult locks. They're just, they're standard.
They don't expect some hooligans.
I mean,
They should. at
They
this
do,
point.
but that's why there's basic locks.
yeah, that's why there's basic locks. They're
Sorry,
not
they
meant-
don't expect vampire hooligans.
They don't expect like high-end hooligans that'll just break in and out there. You
High-end
can
hooligans.
High-end hooligans.
And hoodlum.
High-end hooligans. They're expecting someone with 3 dice to break in, not 6.
Yes, the hoodlum is down by the harbor.
Yes, the hoodlum's down. Oh, okay. You break into his office. It's got some, a small board there with a bunch of like things pinned up on it that seem to be related to his own teaching and various events at the school, almost as reminders of it. He's got his desk laid out there, a filing cabinet, computer, of course. Pretty standard college teacher room.
Okay. Is his computer password protected?
Yeah. I mean, if you turn it on, it'll have a login.
Sorry.
And the
Burgundy.
basic space enter or like no password doesn't work? Or like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
No, it probably has like a line to enter his name and then like his password to log into the school's computer system under it. There's probably a space for like a personal computer, like a laptop or something, but he would have taken that with him.
That makes sense. All right. Yeah, you keep looking.
I'm gonna stop rifling through drawers and try and find like a timetable.
Okay, I mean, I'll just say like some of the drawers are locked, but you can easily get into them. Rifling through his drawers, you can kind of see that he's got some, like, one of the drawers has like some stuff he's been grading. Another one has like a bunch of stuff which you're assuming is like basis for some tests for the year. You can find some mail to address to him here at this office. Most of that seems to be stuff related to the campus. One does stand out, though, you can find in amongst the letters. It does seem to be addressed from the National History Museum in Washington, D.C.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna bring it to the others. I'm not too good with this sort of stuff, so...
Has it been opened?
It has been opened.
Okay. What's inside?
It's a letter that seems to be dealing with the arrangements of some kind of transportation. They sent him basically like a paper copy rather than just like an email copy for him to do it. A little, in a way, a little bit more secure, I guess. Talking about an object that should be coming in, and it's dated for 5 days from now that they're planning on coming and picking it up. Some more protected transport from the city here.
Okay.
Granted, this might not be the same object. It just says an older manuscript type object.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes. So it seems
Alright.
like he'd be looking at... He gave himself like a day and a half to look at the item in question before they were going to move it.
Okay.
Nothing else seems to be of another personal nature. It's got like he's got some like photos, of course, like one of them that you think is his wife, probably. His children. He's of course got like some of his degrees up on the wall and stuff. It's
Any of his house?
the pictures of his children might be in front of his house, but it doesn't. But you don't see
But
like
we don't have an address. We just can we can see it well enough that we might recognize the house itself. If we saw it.
yes. If you would somehow come across his house, you could maybe recognize it.
Okay.
Nothing else of necessarily personal nature seems to be in here. There does seem to be a small set of keys in the one drawer also that you had to break into.
Ooh. Take
How
them
many
with
keys?
us. Yeah.
Okay, so you were gonna grab the keys and take them.
No, I'm asking how many keys there are on the
Let's see
thing.
here. Let me count how many keys it would be. 1, 2. Yeah, give me a second here with that one. 5 keys.
305.
5 keys.
Oh my god! If they want to do that, I will totally roll that. I will roll D. How much is that? Is that 10 million? If you roll,
I think that's 100 million.
Oh, D 100
God.
million. If you roll a 1, you came across.
Like on one of our trips out to get
Wait,
food,
guys,
we
I
saw
got
it.
this.
Yeah. Well, how many houses are in Philadelphia? That would be the D. Like, oh my god.
That would be the D.
Yeah.
I think 100 million's good.
Yeah, 100 million's probably. If you're also counting like apartments. Anyway, so.
Nope, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it.
All right, so 5 keys. That's not too many to check. Can we check and see whether any of these work on the door to his office? Like it's a backup ring, maybe.
Yeah. One seems to work to his door to his office.
On the door to his office.
On
Cool.
the door to his office. Yes.
Shall we see if any of these work on the museum?
Ooh. That could be pretty.
Let's go check.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Why don't we take our other break
Don't forget him.
here? Yeah.
Ah.
Crazy Eyes is still Crazy Eyes. And we are going to switch back as they're heading over there when we come back from our break to Samuel for a little bit to figure out what he's doing.
Nice.
I've just
And-
been texting you guys the whole time.
I know you really have.
We put our phones on silent at this point.
You probably had them on silent after the third message while you were still talking. Because I would have seen like awkwardly when you were talking to that lady when like Eric was like seducing her all of a sudden. That's like. And
Yes,
anyway,
actually, I'm a great collector. Hold on. Never mind. And
so we'll be back in another 5-minute break for our last break to get our last hour for now. So we're most of an hour. So all right, everybody,
Yes.
bathroom, drinks, snacks, and we'll see you in a little bit. So.